Libra. Yeah, because then it went Capricorn, Aries. Libra. Waterfall, mystical healing. So there's lots of mysticism going on now. We swear this feels like it's happening quicker. I'm sure that's just our sense of perception of time. So there's lots of mysticalness going on here. We did have 64. We've gone down a decade to 54. The fours are still a strong theme and number, aren't they? That was 30. That's the only whole numbers. We've got lots of Fibonacci sequence numbers. Well, not in whole numbers, but like your Fibonacci sequence is your 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. So you've got your 3 and your 8 there. And when you miss a number, so 3 would go to 8 if you missed a number, back to 5, up to 13. So we're talking about connecting with your insects. Insects like water, so maybe there's some bodies of water around you, whether it's a lake, a little waterfall, a river, a creek. If there's any bodies of water that you live nearby, or even a water fountain in your garden. Or maybe purchasing a little cheap solar water fountain, or purchasing, we used to have, we don't anymore, though we could put them on now because we've got the solar panels. We stopped using them because of the price of electric, but we used to have little water fountains in our house going because the constant trickling sound of the water would help us shift our emotions. And we could do that again and plug them in because it's better to use things now during the day, so we might get them out again. That's good to know. So how a dripping tap, when you hear a tap dripping, does that bug you? Does that irritate you? That, because if that does, and that repetitive sound of a drip, 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 or leak, is showing how you've got the rigidity and the tension in your body. Because that's what we do when we get more rigid and more tension. Our patience threshold, our triggers become more. So if that type of thing, a drip drip, does bug you, then having a water fountain, which might be initially bugging you, but it's more of a flowing motion, and you can choose different water fountains and different patterns of how the water moves, would actually maybe be really beneficial, because it will you'll eventually get used to it. And you could even do a test that then down the line to see if after you've done that, purchased one and done it for a while, if a dripping sound of a tap bugs you anymore. And we'd almost like to say that it wouldn't, or it wouldn't bug you as much, because it can take time on these things. When the taste of everything has soured, even love is what is that? How does you say that? Pestilential. When the taste of everything has soared, even love is pestilential, and all is winter bleak. It is time to speak with air. Valkyrie god healer, never-ending beacon of primal salt rhyme. Stay present. Stop seeking answers. The noxious hurt is nomadic and will walk away. As sure as the waters wear the rocks, or rise through the trees, create the clouds, or dance throughout blood as sacred songs. Samba with the cascading joy of water's ceaseless laughter. So yeah, the moving water that we're saying in the fountains is like that water's ceasing laughter. And it says stop seeking answers. So that's like us saying earlier when we're describing surrendering the conscious mind's need to know and understand. We don't need to always logically understand and know stuff. That's I think that would be called a trauma response for feeling safe and feeling secure, needing to be in control. Just like us and our getting the alignment on the camera now. But it's only because when we watch it back, it will really bug some of us. So that's Libra. And Libra's an air sign, but it's a romantic, it is like relationships. So it's the dynamics between Queen of Swords, the mental body, the dynamics between your mental body and your emotional body. What is the dynamics between your mental body and your emotional body, the relationship between them? The answers could be, if you're to get out your tarot deck that speaks to you for this card, held within the 10 of Swords, the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. And the 10 of Swords is, you've got all the swords in the back of the corpse pose. So you may wish to do some corpse pose. But whereas in Shavasana and yoga, corpse pose is laying on your back, you may wish to do reversed corpse pose, where it is actually laying on your front. And you may even wish to visualize laying on your front. Support yourself how you need so that you can comfortably lay on your front, whether that's putting, you may have big breasts and want to put a rolled blanket underneath them. You may want to put a blanket under your forehead. Make yourself comfortable on the floor, laying on your front. And visualize swords pointing into your back. So like we were saying earlier about going onto Google and getting meridian points and pressing them in your body, you may wish to visualize swords going into your back, and that is this really dancing on a subtle level with the energetics to release tension. Your back is your shield, it's your protective mechanism. Your shoulders are your protective mechanism, and your back's your shield, it's your backbone. And we get Capricorn is your backbone, your joints, your knees. So if your Capricorn's your backbone, and we're talking about backbone now, there may be something in the Libra energetics. Libra rules your buttocks, your kidneys, your lower back, actually. So there may be something you need to free up or loosen up in your lower back. But being careful, because your lower back is your lumbar, and if you've got tension and tightness in your lumbar, in your lower back, there's going to be a reason for that. So you don't want to be going directly in and doing stuff to loosen it up directly. You want to find out where that tightness is coming from, and it could be certain muscles in your buttocks, it could be tight hamstrings. But if you're laying on your front, it means that your back has a chance, like we were saying earlier about breathing into your back, your back has a chance to expand and to breathe and to pulse. Whereas when you're laying on your back, it doesn't, because you've got everything weighing it down. And oxygenating your water, or before you drink, if you're going to drink, getting your water and pouring it from one into the other to create the oxygen. Because then that goes into your body and you're bringing more oxygen into your body through your liquid intakes.